Hey, yo, yo, hi. Happy Sunday, darling. Happy Sunday, baby girl. Uh, Ooh, I'm getting chunky. The world. I put on some weight. I don't know what that means because I sure don't feel like I'm eating. My soda's frozen. I sure don't feel like I've been eating all like that. Oh, let me get my paper towels. Because it seems like as soon as I get on live, I notice my nose, man. That is so weird. Amen. Oh, I got a piece of something in my eye. Oh, I'm up here pulling my eyelashes. Jesus. Hey, guys, I see y'all coming in. Oh, my God, I haven't been on here in a minute. For real, y'all. For real. Okay. Oh, look at that spare tire. I'm going to have to do more dancing videos to work that thing off, honey, because that thing is protruding. I'm looking at it over in this camera, like, and then I can tell because my bra is tighter. I don't know why I'm gaining this weight. I don't know, man. Because I don't feel like I'm eating any more than normal. But let me say hi. Yo Yo was the first girl in the building. Hey, my Yo Yo, my sweetie pie. Yo Yo, that girl. We have to, I don't know, I was thinking of Riri. We have to, um, congratulations, Saturday. Tell us how that went. I know it was a blessed event. And I want you to come on and bring a word. You said you would. Let me know when you're ready because we can do it one day next week, okay? And we'll just do a little panel, whatever you feel led to do. Because you're the one that got, what they call it, ordained. Ooh, that's so exciting. God has called you and you have stepped up. Stepped up. Ooh, Jesus. That make you want to shout. Hey, J. Gill, beautiful. Blessed Sunday to you too, my darling. Hi, Lakeisha Bass, darling girl. Um, you say hi, Miss April Love in chat. Still in the bed, girl. Lay in that bed. I'm glad you are. I am happy for you. And I tell you what, I be trying sometimes so hard to lay in the bed, but I can't. Some days I can. But usually with me is I'll wake up, get up, and don't do too much rustling around, and then I'm able to go back to sleep and get a couple hours. The best sleep I get is around 8, 9, 10, if I can go back to sleep. Okay, so you just do it, baby. J. Gill said, Lakeisha, my boo, I just spoke to you in Zay's chat, but you never spoke back. Yeah, girl, they be speaking to me, and I'll sometimes I'll scroll because the chat be moving, and it's hard when it's on when it's like this. It is so difficult. I don't because you can't see the you miss a lot of them. So sometimes because I'll be in and out of the chat, and I'll scroll down and I'll see somebody had spoke like 15 minutes ago. So I will speak to them, and I know I've missed a lot of people, and that's what be happening for Miss April. Y'all, it is humid today. We had some chilly days. Yesterday was chilly, but today it is like the humidity is up. So I got my air on, honey. And I don't know how good it's working. But I see you loving my grandsons. Hi, darling. I know y'all saw my title. That thought just came to me. I'm so random like that. And I said, they say the enemy doesn't care who he uses. Actually, I always say that. That's one of my sayings. But then I said, you focus too much on the enemy, Miss April, and who he uses. Don't worry about who he uses. Because guess what? God uses people too. God uses people mightily. Mightily. And the saying, the enemy doesn't care who he uses, that means people that you would least expect, you know, in your life, the enemy will use them to, you know, um, vex you, and vice versa. You know, so that's more so how I look at that. But then I said, you know, no, why don't you start focusing on who God does use? And when God uses a person, hey, thank you, Michelle. Thank you, my beautiful. When God uses a person, that person is blessed and you are blessed. You are blessed because of that person, and vice versa. God, always something good comes out of God using people. Always something good comes out of it. You understand what I'm saying, guys? And God uses a lot of you guys. It's just that way. I love, and we always focus on how the enemy uses people on here to antagonize, to try to tear people down. But what about the ones on YouTube that God is using greatly to encourage and uplift and those kind of things? You know, let's give them their kudos today. Let's give the people that God is using and they are allowing God to use them their props. You understand? And that's where the blessings come from. I have a niece, and she's my niece by marriage. The other day, she came to my mind. 2 days in a row, she came to my mind. And matter of fact, the first day I meant to, and she doesn't come in my algorithm on Facebook, so I really don't see any of her posts. And, you know, it's almost like an out of sight, out of mind thing. But she came to my mind the first day, and I said, I gotta, and this thought came to me, so I was going to write it to her on Facebook, and because I wanted, you know, her to be acknowledged. It totally went out of my mind, and I forgot. Well, it came up again on day 2, so that's when I stopped what I was doing. I got my phone, and I started to, and I wrote her something on Facebook. When my daughter passed away, this niece by marriage, her grandfather married my mom, and her and my daughter were very close and still are to this day. You know, they help one another in life. And she had sent me, out of anybody I would have expected to do something for me when it came to my daughter passing, guys, is what I'm saying. God uses who he chooses, okay? She sent me the most beautiful necklace. Let me get it, because I've showed y'all before, and I'm going to get in the chat. I promise I'm not going to miss nobody. I promise you, okay? And I hope everyone's Sunday is going good. I really do. And I need to, Lady Justice keeps telling me I need to come on more. And that thought just came to me, and she's right. She's absolutely, I agree with that. I do. You know, if somebody's telling you that, you need to listen, you know, April, speaking to myself. Because I have been really slacking in coming live, guys. You see, I'm not coming live as often as I used to. I don't want to lose my zeal and for what God is doing. You understand? And if God is doing it, then I need to be obedient. But this is the necklace that she sent me, right? It has an angel wing on it. Okay, you see the angel wing? It has a little heart that says it says daughter. I'm going to see if you could see that. See? And then it has the big heart. And it says, God has you in his arms. I have you in my heart. Okay, that's what that says. And she sent me this necklace. Out of anybody that I would have expected to do something. And that's how God works, guys. Because what I believe is, we put too much, let me keep it on Miss April. I put too much emphasis on who I think should be paying attention or aware of things, when that's not how it works with God. God says he is the ultimate person. You know, stop putting your April, stop looking to man for things that you need spiritually, physically, whatever it is, and look totally to God, because God sends people, and I believe He sends people like that just for that very reason, to let me know. So when she sent it to me, guys, it came on a day where I was, and the card was so beautiful. I still have that too. When I was really, really feeling bad, and I was feeling like, sometimes you feel like nobody knows what you're going through. Nobody. I don't care who it is. And they don't, because you don't really voice it. So when that came in the mail and I received it, I knew that that was God speaking to me. And on that day, that was one of the worst days that I was feeling so down and bad. But every time those situations come up and came up, God would always have a ram in the bush. And it would always encourage me to keep going. He would, little beautiful, gentle, sweet, loving, caring reminders that God is in control. Okay, so I gave her her accolades. Of course, I thanked her when she did it, and but I just wanted her to know yesterday. I wanted her to know that I will never ever forget this. As I will never forget the day that this came in the mail for me, ever. And she would have been the last person. You understand what I'm saying, guys? The last person I would have thought would have done that. Okay, so let's get in the chat. Let's get in the chat, because I've missed you guys. I really have. I miss you guys, because you guys are good for the soul. I don't know if it's because we don't have to see each other every day or deal with each other's quirky, you know what I mean. But nevertheless, I'm grateful for it. Okay. All right. I stopped at J. Gill, Lakeisha Bass. I know J. Gill said she was still in the bed. I see you loving my grandson, and I pray that your spirits are lifted today, because you've been through the same similar thing. Loving my grandson, I had a moment today. I was driving, and I went to call my brother, because that's when I talked to him a lot. And right then and there, I instantly remembered that I could never call him again, and that thing overtook me hard. I didn't cry, but it was like, whoo, whoo, like the wind was cut off or something. That happened, matter of fact, a couple hours ago. And I wanted to share that. So thank you guys for letting me share that. I had a moment. Truly, I did. All right. And when those moments come, it just lets me know that, I love my brother and I miss him, and they're going to come. Feel it and keep it moving. And cherish the times that we have with them. Cherish them. They don't have to be a lot of time, just quality. It's the quality time. Lakeisha, my boo, I just spoke. Okay, I read that. J. Gill, I left Zay chat. My husband was calling me. Hey, Patricia Boo, how are you, darling? It seems like I haven't seen you in a while. Thank you, classy lady. My chat jumped. Let me go back up, because I see Zay in the building. Hold on, guys. My chat jumped crazy. Okay, let me see. I just highlight for Patricia. I'm glad to see you today, boo. Hey, Dana. Happy Sunday. Listening while cooking. Girl, I wish I was sitting there cooking, waiting for you to get done cooking, because I'm not cooking today. and Natha Taylor made some cabbage, and she got to give that recipe, girl, because I'm gonna make it. Yes, indeed, I am. I sure am, because my mouth was watering when I saw that. I love good, pretty, and she had sausage in it. Oh, I can't wait. I want that. Even talking about it is making my mouth water. I'm a foodie, y'all. I need to do mukbangs, because I am such a foodie. Y'all saw that last video I did with the guy cooking. He make food sexy. You understand what I'm saying? Did you see the video? Y'all go check. You should see his page. You should see the TikTok page. I think he on YouTube. I'm about to find him. Because, baby, the way he be stirring up stuff and grabbing things, and I be sitting there like this. Oh, my God. People can make food gorgeous. Gorgeous. I couldn't help myself. I had to do a video. Y'all got to go see him. Calm down, Miss April. Don't forget. Lest you forget. But we still got eyes. You understand me? Everything in them videos, them cooking videos that he do are beautiful. Everything. You hear me? People can make that kind of stuff look great. But I see you, Michelle, darling. Lakeisha Bass, I see you, baby. Jay Gill said, the money is not even there for me. Shaking my head. Let me go out and come back. Oh, the money sign. Yeah. It should be, because I know I don't have no strikes or nothing. My thing been acting real weird, though. I know it took away the goal, which that's okay. I mean, you go with the flow. But it didn't let me know that it took it for any specific reason, you know? And I think that they would email you and let you know if they do something to your page. But, okay, my boo, Lakeisha, I figured you were no longer there. Okay, y'all still talking. J. Gill, I see you, boo. That is Patricia. It was my long weekend off, and from Thursday through yesterday, I was moving back to work tomorrow. So I'm gonna chill until I know that's right, J. Gill, because you be working, girl. When I remember months ago, girl, you a working sister, but you got one of them good jobs. You got a blessed job, and you know it, and you like your job. You love your job. I can tell that. And don't even know what you do, because it ain't my business. You feel me? I just know it's working for you, and that's what's all that matters. I love it. That's what I know. Hi, Michelle. Thank you for my hearty thingy. Let me see if I can make the heart with my arthritic fingers, y'all. I be trying to do this heart thing, and my fingers just don't be acting right. See this one right here? It was broken, so it don't want to do what it's supposed to do. Let me see if I can do that thing. That ain't bad. That ain't too bad. I know some people, they could just go bam, and it be right there. I'm so goofy right now. I'm going to go on TikTok today so I can play music. I made that decision. I don't know why. I know why I don't plug into my TikTok, because TikTok is it looks like Chinese to me. And some things don't work. Like they keep saying all this stuff about how you can get money without going live and all that. But no, I don't swear. I know the games like battling people. I really don't want to do that. And I think that that's more for when you get big. You know what I mean? And you really have to, just like I see people work very hard on TikTok to make the money. They work for that money. It's not just magically appearing for them. But they have so many programs and so many things that I can't keep up with it. So my likes are growing. I have 20K, over 20K likes. My followers are low because they're not bots. You understand? A lot of people with high numbers, real high numbers, they're bots. And like what I'll do is I'll go in there and I'll check like a couple people. I'll be all day long. People are every day following my channel, and I'll go in there and look, and they will have 0 likes and all of that. And I'm like, why is this happening? So I just feel like that's a bot. They'll have 0 likes and a real little bit of followers and all that. Those to me are bots. I look at the people who have numbers, because those are the people who are working their TikToks. So I'm learning a little bit about it. I just like TikTok. That's where I do my shorts. But I've been kind of laxed in that too, y'all. Mr. Lay low, play slow. Just being honest, I'm homeless and working hard to grow this channel. Any love and support you can give helps me more than words could say. Mr. Laylo, drop your link. Matter of fact, let me go to your channel. I'll be right back, guys. Mr. Laylo, I'm going to your channel. Okay. Oh, hi, darling. How many followers you got? You doing better. You got six 1 point K followers, Mr. Laylo. You doing pretty darn good. But let me get your link. My store. Oh, you got a store and everything. Okay. But let me get your channel, baby, and I will drop it in the chat, okay? And I will follow you. Hold on. I'm gonna drop you in the chat. People can click on your. People can click on your name in the chat and actually go there, baby. But I'm gonna put you in my thing, okay? And if you're not subscribed to my channel, subscribe to my channel, okay, sweetheart? And matter of fact, let me go back and subscribe. Honey, you doing good in followers. Okay, I did all. I got you, Mr. Laylo. And thank you for coming to my chat. And I like your handle, Mr. Laylo. My friend used to say that, lay low, play slow. That's what that reminded me of. All right, let me keep going. And I'm going to get to some content. Just being honest. Okay. And we're praying for you. You know, the homeless thing is a very difficult thing. And your God will bless, and your channel is growing, and I see it growing. But you know, I understand what you're saying. You need more people to join, badge holders, and those kind of things, because you're trying to build your channel, and I understand that, baby. Hey, Danelle Boo, I see you, darling. Hi, Gloria Wiley, my darling. Let me see, Michelle P. I see you, beautiful girl. You just come in, don't say too much, and do. You're my niece. I call her a quiet giver because she blesses my daughter. Like when my daughter's son birthday, she'll send gifts. She does stuff like that, and she's just not loud with it. You would never know. Like I said, nobody would have never known that she did that for me, except I said something. You know what I mean? And Autumn, my daughter, knew. Okay. Michelle said, Jake, you'll try to refresh. I see the $sign. Miss April Love on the bus going to King's Plaza listening to you. Okay, Lakeisha. All right, baby. Enjoy yourself. I need to get out more. I am such a homebody. I go nowhere, y'all. And I'm okay with that. That's the thing. But I think, I don't know, lately, I've been, and especially since I've been like this for some years now. When I stopped working and I started working from home, I was never really. I had stopped going out to the, and then no, when COVID hit, that's what put me on my butt. COVID. I stopped going anywhere I wouldn't even go to the beauty parlor, even when the thing was lifted, y'all. So COVID was the thing that I allowed to isolate me, and I have gotten so accustomed to being this way that what it is for me. So Miss April goes to the store and comes home, and that be pretty much all. You understand? And I just watch people just living. They go, but if it works for me, then I think it's okay. It has to come from within and become something that is uncomfortable for me. That's with all of us. Even if people say you need to get out more, you should do. People could say what they want. You understand? And if you really are concerned about people, pray for them. If you feel like, if you're on the outside looking in and you see somebody that you care about, that something is like, you see Miss April isolating a lot. Okay, and you know me, you know my life and everything, and you see me like that. There's a reason for it, first off, okay, and then second, if you have that concern, pray about it, or just voice that I'm just concerned about you. It's not. We shouldn't look at people and think that they should change. You understand? Because Everybody is not going to do what everybody else does. Everybody, we are all individuals. Sometimes we forget this, guys. It's like we get this one track mind and we get so self-centered in ourselves. Look at me, look what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Look at, and because that's what works. But I'm a firm believer, if more than 3 or 4 people see something in me, that if more than 3 or 4 people see it, then I think I might want to take a look at it. I might want to say, okay. And my father told me this, my stepfather, and I held on to this thing. We all can give each other advice, guys. Everybody. Some people we don't receive advice from because we don't feel like their motives for giving us the advice is good. You don't care enough about me to give to, and God forbid you try to tell me what you think I should do. Don't you dare tell Ms. April what you think. I think you need to be doing this. And I'll be like, I think you kiss where the sun don't shine. Because I don't like people doing that. Because I'm not doing that. I don't tell people what I think they should be doing. How dare we? And we have a tendency to do that. Or if we're looking at if they're not doing something we think they should be doing, then you understand. But when it all is said and done, like my stepfather said, people will always give an opinion or give a suggestion. Okay, what we do with that is, because don't close your mind to everything. A closed mind, it says you cannot graft a new idea on a closed mind. So if my mind is closed to everything, then I'm going to be where I am. Sometimes that the way I look at that, guys, okay, my mind is closed to that, and it's okay because that's what's working for me. But when it becomes uncomfortable for me, that's when I will change. It says when the pain of remaining the same becomes greater than the pain of changing, we will do something different. When the pain of staying the same becomes greater. Okay? So those are cliches that I like to live by. Okay, when it starts becoming uncomfortable to Miss April, I say, okay. Now, Yo-Yo, you're a perfect example. Thank you, God, for bringing this to my memory. I didn't see that she had wrote something in the circle for me. I think it was like 2 days later I seen it. It came in the algorithm. I was so blessed by it. You understand? Thank you, Yo-Yo. Thank you for that. It helped me. It helped Miss April, because when you came, you saw who I was. You said, Miss April, I love you. And then you said some other things, and I was like, oh my God. And then you shared your testimony of how God did it for you. That's what works for people. You shared how it worked for you. So what that did for me, Miss Yo-Yo, and God is using you greatly. He's going to continue. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps. I'm looking forward to what God is doing in your life, baby, and I'm praying for you. And you continue to pray for me, my love. You continue to pray for me. Let me slow down. I'm getting ahead of myself. That blessed me, Yo-Yo, and I wanted to tell you that. Okay, let me see. Hi, Zay. I'm sorry I'm taking so long, guys, because I keep stopping and talking. Baby, I love your vlogs and everything. I love what you're doing with your channel. And just stay the course, Zay, because it's going to blow when it's time. All that work you are putting into that, and if you're here still listening, I hope you are. All that work you're putting in that channel, you think that's going to come back void? No. Your channel is worldwide. You got one of them kind of channels, baby. Just give it a minute. Give it. And you spoke that today. You said, but I'm going to keep on. Everybody speaking. Let me hurry up and get down to the bottom. Oh, thank you, Jay. You talking about my necklace. Yes. That necklace is so special. I need to bring you some African dresses and earrings. You talking to me? I will wear them. I will wear them on the live. My mother had friends and missionaries over in Africa. She brought missionary people over here from there to get teachings and stuff to go back to their country and give to their people, and donations and everything, not just the gospel. Matter of fact, there's still some people. Armstrong Chege, he's been here in America for many years, and he was under my mom's ministry. Chege. Hi, Tony Lawson. Hi, beautiful. Wait, my chat jumped. Lady Justice, I see you, beautiful. Starburst 68. Hi, my darling. Hi, guys. Let me see. April, please read please read Zay comment. Okay, let me read another comment from Zay. I'm counting down to the Thanksgiving feast. Miss April, my grandboo cooked cabbage with sausage. Oh my God, and baked chicken. I had to taste me a couple. Girl, stop, because y'all are so wrong. I'm so excited to be back in the States. Zaba, you're supposed to be coming here, right? Riri, where's Riri? I didn't see you. I am trying to be strong, y'all. Life going on just hurts, but I can't stop. That's right. And Zay, you got people that you can vent that to. I know you and Davion are real close. Venting helps a lot because it'll help you talk through some things. You'll be talking and then you'll start talking into you understand what I'm saying? So keep talking about it with people you love and trust. That's what helps Miss April. When I vent and I can talk about what's going on in my life, you got to have somebody like that in your life. You got to. Let me see what Zay, I'm going back up, Zay, because I'm going to find your comment. I read that. Okay, let me go back up because I think you still said something else. Okay. Michelle, how did you send gifts? That was not there for me. What the hell? Oh, Jay Gill. Because you do be always sending stuff, my beautiful girl. Thank you, and I appreciate it so much. Y'all, shut up, April. Like, sometimes I got to tell myself, shut up. And I like when I do that. Stop, drop, and roll. Because I already said that. Thank you, guys. Yeah, she sent me this necklace a while ago. Zay, were you talking about coming to see? I understand your pain. Auntie, my brother. I didn't know that, Zay. I didn't know that. And don't you sometime want to call? Like I forgot that fast. And I was getting ready to dial him. And when I realized I could never do it again, like never call him to hear it. Ooh, child, baby. Man, this thing is still frozen. That thing hit me hardcore. And I didn't know that, Zay. And it's still, you already know. I am trying to be, yeah, that's right. You are strong, baby. Jagio, I can't wait for Thanksgiving. I'm in there. Are you coming home for Thanksgiving, Zay? You did say that. You and Davion said y'all was coming to see me. I hope y'all do. I mean it now. I mean that. Michelle P said, that's me, April. Dana, was that the comment, baby? Several people are saying the same things, then I need to, and that's a true statement, Lady Justice. If more than 3 people are telling me something that I would need, or saying to me to take a look at something that I'm doing, that means I might want to take a look at it. Or if several people are feeling the same way about that thing, yes. And as hard as a pill as that may be to swallow to some, me personally, here's the key, Lady Justice. If I care about a person, even listen to how crazy this thing sounds. Even a negative person that don't care nothing about me, that does try to do things to hurt my life, even I can learn something from them. From them. Number one, not to be like that. It don't mean I got to be having a powwow with them, because I'm not. And I have never in my life, except on YouTube, and go figure, it's YouTube, hear people wishing unalived on other people on YouTube that they've never met in their life, even if they did meet them. And sounding like they got the power and authority to put that thing on somebody. That's it. That is amazing to me. It ain't even diabolical. And that scripture that says, let me pull it up. Oh my Jesus. Listen to this. Okay, I'm going to pull two scriptures up. This one is in Isaiah 55:11, which states, "So shall my words be that goes forth from my mouth. It shall not return to me void, but it shall accomplish what I please, and it shall prosper in that thing for which I sent it." Now that don't mean, now y'all know that is not saying, it said it shall not return unto me void. So what I'm speaking is not going to return unto me void. Hold on. That's why, and I'm going to finish reading that. Oh my God. Proverbs 18:21, which states, okay, hold on. It says, let me read James. It says James 3:5, verses 5 and 6, NIV. "Likewise, the tongue is a small part of the body, but it makes great boast. Consider what a great forest to set on fire by a small spark. The tongue is also is a fire, a world of evil among the parts of the body. It corrupts the whole body, sets the whole course of one's life on fire, and is itself set on fire by hell." Okay, that's James verse 3, 5, and 6. Oh my God. James 1:26 says, "If anyone thinks himself to be religious and does not bridle his tongue, he deceives his heart. This person's religion is worthless." That tongue, man, we got that. Oh, Jesus. Jesus. It says, "And does not bridle his tongue, he deceives his own one." And I'm getting back in the chat. Proverbs 18:20. "Unalive and life are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat its fruit." Okay? These scriptures emphasize the words have significant consequences and can be used to either build up and bring life, or to cause harm and bring unalive. Okay, hold on. The Bible says the tongue has the immense power of life and death, with words capable of building people up or tearing them down. That's why I don't mess with people who try to attempt to tear. I don't mess with them. And I don't allow, that's why I said the enemy does not care who he uses. Some people don't even be aware that that's what they do. But here's my thing, Lady Justice, with all of that. Every time I talk about stuff like this, it always comes to me that that is not the person that I want to be. You understand? Because I do have the understanding that and even if I see it in another person, now if I care for them, if God has given it to me, then I believe that God wants me to hear it. I need to be he's holding me accountable. You understand? That's what I've learned. That's what I've learned as far as learning not to judge another person. I always have to look within, because even if I see that thing in another person, only thing I can do for them is pray. Because look, some people are not ready to see the truth, and God, I don't think God will condemn them because they don't. But when he shows the truth to Miss April, he holds me accountable. Okay? And here's what I absolutely know. I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be, I know there's power. I need to remember there's life and unalive in the power of the tongue. So what am I going to do? I'm going to speak life over the people I love. I'm going to speak life over me. I'm going to speak life over my marriage, my family, you guys. I'm going to speak life. Not only that, honey, I'm going to bind, muzzle, and rebuke the enemy in the name of Jesus. I know how to come. This comes by fasting and praying. So I know how to deal with it. Sometimes you can almost feel like the enemy trying to do things. That's when I go into warfare, y'all. I go straight into warfare, because just all God has done with my life, Lady Justice, is took me from that gutter, and all those things and all those strengths that I had that were in that gutter. He has. That's how I deal in the Christian world. I don't allow anybody to try to tell me what kind of a person or Christian I could be, because God looks upon my heart. He knows my heart means well. He knows that I love him dearly and I want to do the right thing. You understand? I'm not so high and mighty and pompous to think I know it all, because Miss April don't know it all. And people that think they know it all, woe be unto them. That pride goeth before a fall, y'all. And I fell before. I fell hard while in the church. I was the head of the, let me get in the chat, because I know y'all like, Miss April, just why don't you never listen to us? I was the head of the music ministry. I was the praise team leader. There was such an anointing on this praise team, Lady Justice, because it was about God. It wasn't, you understand what I'm saying? All I wanted to do was sing and bless God. God put me in that position. Well, yeah, I was put in that position. And guess who was the one that told me when I became prideful? And I was so indignant and so angry at her. My mother saw it. And pride goeth before a fall. And when I fell hard. I went right back. This was after having 3-4 years clean, praise team leader, and went right back to the streets. Okay? That can't happen again. Pride will, and I'm not saying that that'll happen for other people, but pride does go before a fall. God loves humility. God looks on, and one thing I do know, like I said, God looks on our heart. Even if I see things, it only works if we continue to grow in Christ. Exactly. From glory, I love that. Glory to glory. To have any type of power to speak or proclaim God's promises, scriptures suggest we must have clean hands and a pure heart. That's absolutely correct. Pure heart, baby. Clean hands, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. The forgetting hurts. Yes, I'm still okay, baby. You said you still coming. Yeah. And um, like I said, even when I see things, now I'm not saying that if I see something in someone, could probably I see it in them because that's what I had in me at one time. God just worked it through me. But what is happening to me, Lady Justice, is, and this is what really, really ultimately, because what I don't like if I feel like, and I don't care if it's a family member or what, if I feel like somebody is not, um, sometimes I can feel like, I feel like the enemy will use a person to vex my spirit. Family members, mostly, because that's who I'm close with. And I feel like that. If it happens over and over and over again, you understand, then I'm like, okay, Miss April, you got to pull back and check yourself. Why is this happening? Because guess what? Even if that was the case, whether they realize it or not, I have to be in a place where if I see that's what it is, number one, not to take it personal, because the enemy don't like Miss April. He knows the little things and people to use to try to destroy me. That's what his job is. So he don't care who he use. He'll use anybody. But here's the key, and it's not even them to be condemned. Here's the key. I got to go within myself and see, why is this affecting you like this? Number one, because God has given me greater strength and greater power than that. He wants me to recognize the wiles of the enemy. It has nothing to do with the person. You understand? Nothing to do with them. Be wise to the tactics of the enemy, Miss April, so that you can keep your peace, honey. He don't care who he use. Those closest to us. I don't care about the people on the YouTube streets. Honest to goodness, y'all, I don't. They don't mean a hill of beans. I give them to God. I give them to God. And because my channel is not a reaction channel, I'm not going to come out here. You understand? And that doesn't mean that I look at the reaction channels like they should be doing what I'm doing. Oh, no, ma'am. No. But, because this is, for Miss April and Miss April only. And I believe that they don't care or they got to do some work to make sure that it doesn't get to that place, because those people are they are insignificant. The enemy don't care who he uses. And to me, I'm like, that is so blatantly the enemy. I listened to a few little bits of live from the left side of them going back and forth. And I was like, dear God, who can listen to this all day? Jesus. Who can listen to that mess all day? How, y'all? People spewing out, call themselves doing the Sealy on The Color Purple. This is over your life. This is over your life. Get out of here, man. But they don't want. They got to give an account for everything. We individually have to give an account for what we do. So I can't be. I'm not worried about them. I can't change them. Ain't trying to. It's about Miss April. I'm talking about the people that I hold dear to my life. And some of you guys, I honestly hold dear to my life. I don't believe I met a lot of you I don't believe I met you by accident. They say we don't make friends on here. I agree with that. You don't make instant friends on YouTube. But there's some people that God has specifically put in my life to pray for them and vice versa. You understand me? And they will hit me up at a time when I know I need to hear. God knows. Dana Bland, boom, sent me something. Out the clear blue sky, just out the clear blue sky, y'all. And it be on a day when I need it. I'll be holding my phone, balled up, not knowing why I'm balled up. I still got a lot of grief in there, of course. And boom, I'll see that thing and I'll be like, God, she let you use her today. That's how God does me. If somebody comes to my mind, y'all, boom, I'm sending them a text. That's how I'm trying to live my life. You understand? But I did listen to some of that stuff, and I said, my God. The young lady that just had the operation, the surgery, and then speaking, what is God? I can't even say it, y'all. I can't even say it. Be careful. Be mindful, please. Because ultimately it's about her life. It's not about what these people are saying about her. You know, it's easy for me to say, don't allow it to take you there, to take you out of your blessings that God is doing in your life. You know, people are going to say evil, mean, hateful things. Do I own up to it? No, ma'am. What does God say about me? That's what I say. What does God say? That's who I'm listening to. And I know when something don't come from God. Oh, I'll be like, that ain't from you, Lord. That is not from you. I don't receive none of that. I rebuke it, if anything. Yeah, man. Hey, Sozo, what are you talking about on here, love? Everything. We're just talking about God for one. You know, just like our beliefs are, just like there's a God in heaven that we serve, there's an enemy that would like to destroy us. It's who we're going to choose to listen to and be and have, or what spiritual ear are you going to have? For this one or for this one? Miss April chooses this one every single time. This might throw me off a little bit, just for a second, but it gets less and less, less and less. And when life shows up, because life is going to continue to show up for each and every one of us, whose report are you going to believe? Whose word are you going to stand on? The people on YouTube saying all manner of evil, or God? You know, like I said, and I love this. Let me talk about my sis. I don't care. I love how you guys have been encouraging Roz and telling her this, because you could say stop, 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 stop. But you guys have been saying, I've heard some people in the chat saying to Roz, you've had a lot to deal with on this internet, and you're still standing. Everybody, out of me, every side, okay? Roz has had to deal with a lot, and she's still standing. And not only that, standing with people that genuinely love her. You understand? Some have met her, some haven't. Some of us haven't. But genuinely love her, to know to pray for her. That's the stuff I'm talking about. That's the things that Miss April looks at. You understand? I look at the great things that are happening and being done. I don't focus too long on, I'll get in that little negative stuff. But like I said, the other day I watched a couple and I said, How could you listen to this crap all day? It was like, and I was, look, Lady Justice, when I was listening to the foul spewing, oh God, it's so, yeah, God have mercy. Jesus on these people, Jesus. And I was listening. Thank you, reincarnated, oh my baby. Thank you, beautiful. Much love and support. Keep it up and don't stop. I'm not, baby. Thank you. And I was listening, and Lady Justice, I asked myself this question. I said, you know good and darn well you shouldn't be putting this stuff, this garbage in your spirit. Why are you listening to this? But I'm serious. I know better. Sometimes you got to be reminded, though, that this is really out here. This, a group of people that have never met, wishing unalived because of things that were said to them. I don't care what you say. Call me what you want. Talk about what even's going on in my life now. My God, Jesus. I will never. But that's just me. Let me say this. Okay, get back to it, April. Jesus said this when, hi, Day. Hi, my beautiful girly girl. I'm so glad you home, darling. I was trying to post your live in the sister circle and say that you were on live, and then that pray for your traveling mercies. I think it was Friday or Thursday or Friday. You were talking about getting ready to go home, and it wouldn't let me. It was weird. It wouldn't let me, so I didn't post it. But anyway, even the people that be saying they wish this to happen, or they got somebody in the ground, don't we realize when we're speaking like that, we're speaking that into our life. We're not speaking it into the person's life. We're speaking it into our own life. And God said when they were crucifying him, forgive them, for they know not what they do. I don't think anything on YouTube is worth any of that. You understand? When it's all said and done, when it comes to real life living, I don't think having that kind of a real feeling for someone, especially someone I don't know, really, or never, you understand? That is so heavy. That's the word that I can't help but to use. So then what do I do when I hear that? Miss April doesn't want to judge, you understand? That is one thing I try to practice so hard not to do, guys. Because Miss April, lest I forget. Lest I forget. So I don't want to judge, and I say, what could be going on to make a person feel like that? What could be going on? And, when we're hurt, sometimes we be like with me, I could have some hurts that I don't even realize I have those hurts. You understand? And I know that when it's all said and done, that all I'm responsible for is Miss April. And I just don't, and I see a lot of things that make me say, okay, no, you can't go there. You can't go there. And that's for me, just for me, guys. And like I said, I don't look at nobody like, oh my God. Even when I hear that, I just be thinking, is that necessary? Is that really how you feel? Why though? Why? Why do you care? Why, man? Why? Why do you care if somebody's here or not? They're not even in your life. You said it's been weird lately. I know. You talking about here? It is. It's weird, man. I was like, Jesus. And even Granny had said something about somebody to go listen to their short. The day before, they were really harping, going at people that had attacked. And then Granny said the next day they were like in a whole different place, and Granny, I listened to it. I like paid attention, like, well, that's kind of interesting, because she was saying like they said all kind of this and that and this and that, and the next day they seemed like they were struggling. That's what Granny said, and I don't, y'all know I'm not going into, if I don't feel like it or don't want to, because I don't want to, I just try not to bring that stuff, but sometimes at the same time, I be hoping somebody would understand what I'm saying, because I'm going to be honest with y'all. I be like, they on it wrote a post, and you said what lady did you say? Let me go to your page, because I said, who the heck is she talking about? I couldn't figure it out. I kept looking at the post over and over, Davion. Hold on, let me find that. I'm going to get that post. Okay, Roz is coming on at 3. I've been on, it just hit an hour, guys. I'm going to stay on a couple more minutes, and then I'm going to get off. Wait. I'm looking for Davion. There it is. Day with the receipts. You so cute, girl. You are so cute. Hold on, baby. Baby. Let me see your post. Oh, no. That's your backup. Dang, girl, you got a lot of... guys, I forgot about my baby's backup page, Day with the Receipts. Girl, you got a big following over there, too. Okay, let me get it. There we go. That's it. This is the big page right here. Here we go. And I couldn't figure out who you were talking about. Oh, Davion says, I hope you all have a blessed Sunday on purpose. Use today to get ready for the upcoming work week. Use today for self-care. Show gratitude and continue to give God the praise. Day, I just seen that. I'm sharing it. Oh, blessed. I got to wait till I get on my phone. I don't like the way it has that. Okay. Oh, oil can. I couldn't figure out what the oil can. I'm like, and I was going to text, and I said, no, don't even do it. I have a question. I just need an answer. She wants to go back on the road and drive truck. What you think I should do? But what you think I should do? But she tells me that I need to sacrifice. For a lot of people, it depends on the relationship that you guys have, the age of you guys, because when I was dating a truck driver, I was absolutely okay with them going on the road, but I'm a lot older, so I'm a lot more settled in my life, you understand? Now, a young relationship, if it's financially going to help you guys, and that's what it's for, think about that. The trust thing, I know that's difficult. If that's what you're struggling with, I don't know. Is it just the fact that they'll be gone from you, but they come home? Depends on how long they be out on the road. There's a lot of factors. There's a lot of factors in that, but I think that you guys should give and take, like compromise. If it's going to benefit you both, you know what I'm saying? You find something to fill the time while they're not here. Prayer is a big one. You pray for them. You pray for yourself. You understand? I don't know what suggestion to give to that. Just communicate. Communicating with her is of the utmost importance. Let her know how you feel, but also respect her in wanting to do it. You understand? Give and take in the relationship, and learn to pick and choose your battles. That is worth getting into argument with. Is it? You understand? Communicate your feelings, though. Your feelings are valid. Okay? That I can tell you that. Communicate how you feel, because if someone loves us, really loves us, and we let them know how we feel, they'll doesn't mean that they'll change what they're going to do, but they'll take into consideration how we feel about it. You feel me? And then, do some work toward trying to help me in that situation. Okay, I understand. Okay. And that's a concern, and I understand that, because for a woman, right? I would say trust God in the situation. Absolutely trust God. You know what I mean? But if she really, really wants to do this, hey, is it wrong? That's a good question, Melbar. Melbar, let me say this one. Is it wrong for your partner to flirt with an enemy of yours? Absolutely. Are you kidding me? You see the movie Sleeping with the Enemy? No, that wasn't about that. Yes, I would say yes, it's wrong to flirt with somebody with an enemy. It's wrong to flirt, period. It all depends on how you flirt. But yeah, no, I don't think, I think that's wrong. To answer that, that's a cut and dry. Hey, Royalty Queen came in the door like, Lordy. But Sozo, what I can do is I can pray for you both, okay, baby? Because I wouldn't want to see anything, happen because of her traveling to your relationship. I pray that you both can weather the storm. Relationships are not easy. But here's what works for me, Sozo. My relationship. This is what works for Miss April and my relationship. I always look at what I can do better, what I need to change, my thinking. Is this something that I'm learning to pick and choose my battles. I'm learning patience. Sometimes I'll be thinking something and I want to say something and I'll be like, nope, don't say that. Because if you do, it's going to cause some, because I like peace in my home. I strive for peace in my relationship. So I do a lot of in soul searching, looking within myself. What can I do to do better? And I communicate. I don't keep my mouth shut and let stuff fester. I don't do that. I talk about it quickly. I nip it in the bud, honey. I've been here for a while. Okay, my beautiful. That's a shame I didn't see you. God forgive me. She is too friendly for me. Yeah, see, I understand what you're saying, baby. I do. And you worried about your sweetheart. Hey, Mimi. Tell her I don't trust nobody. Now, I will say that, Sozo. I don't trust nobody. Like that. Like going out in the world. Honey, antennas. Because I watch too much of the stuff, people are weird and cray. But that's where you trust God, and God come in and tell her to be mindful and keep. I'll be telling my grandkids, keep your antennas up, pay attention. Everybody that smile ain't nice. But guys, I just wanted to share that. I try, like I said, I'm not here to judge the left side or the right side. I love being, because that's what we call it. I love being on the right side. And this is where I'm going to be as long as I do YouTube. Okay? This is what works for Miss April. I've met some beautiful, God knows, I have met some beautiful people. Even some people that were used to be here. Um, I met them, and I don't, I don't care or question what happened. It ain't got nothing to do with Miss April. That's what I can tell you. I'm here, I'm where I am because this is where I want to be, and so be it, so forth and so be it. Like they say, people come in your life for a reason, they come in your life for a season. You understand? That's facts. That's facts, Jack. So the ones that come and stay, I'm grateful. I love relationships that I think as mature adults, you know the boundaries of your relationships, even with you two. I think people that, like now, Zay and Davion, I just think that their meshing is good. They're good for one another. They will encourage one another. They will grow. You understand? I just feel like that. Um, I just think like, they talk about friends. They say there ain't no like. Remember, Be More Native. Where's Be More Native, guys? And not only that, where is Sweet Tea? She came to my mind yesterday. I mean, I thought about Sweet Tea, y'all, and I said, I hope she's all right, Lord. I did. She came to my mind, and I said a little prayer for her. I said, God, wherever she is, I pray that she's all right. I pray that, and I mean it, y'all. Because I'll be thinking about that. Reincarnated angel, I love you. I love you. I have not seen you in a while, and that doesn't mean that I feel any less. Matter of fact, you just brighten my day when you come in. I don't give you enough acknowledgement. I need to come over and check your page out. I don't think you do anything over there, baby. Let me go over there and see. Let me see, baby. Yeah, no, see, you don't be doing too much. That's why, because if you was, I would be. But I appreciate you. You are such a sweetheart and a positive person. You always make Miss April feel good. You got the gift, honey. You definitely got the gift. And I thank you for my $9.99, baby. I do. You helping me reach my goal. And you always do that. You don't come for same thing with Pumpkin. I love Pumpkin. Louisa, same thing with her. I miss you guys. Hey, Mice ma'am, are you subscribed to my channel? You called me a cute old lady. I like that. Davion, they called me a cute old lady. Oh my goodness. That was adorable. Hi, Lisa Brown, baby. Melbar, it hurt my feelings, and my enemy waved at me with a big smile. Now, that's just ugly, Melbar. I don't know about that one. That would make me want to throw hands because I still got my flesh. They going to wave at you? But how secure? I mean, I don't think that's right for that to happen. I think it's disrespectful. That's what I think it is. Now, if you voice it to your girlfriend and you tell them that, and then they do it again, then you got a problem. Then you may want to take a look at it. Because at first they might not have been looking at it as flirtatious. But if you tell them that it bothered you and they do it again, they had to go. They had to go. I'd be like, I ain't got time. I know it hurt your feelings. It would have hurt mine. That happened to me before. I can relate to that. And I told him about it, and he said he'll speak to whoever he want when he want. So what'd that tell me? I hope she is. I miss Be More Native. I love Be More Native. Be More Native, didn't nobody bring it like her. She had a way, honey. She has a way. I thought she was trying to get her channel started, but maybe she gave. But I think people were reporting her. That's what I think happened. And she ain't into this all like that. You know what I mean? I do, J. Gill. I think they were, that one lady got real sensitive and mad or whatever, and started reporting her page. Yeah, Royalty Queen said, I hope all is well with her and another person. I got to make sure because Roz is coming on and I want to make sure I get off. I thought about her, but because I don't watch the other side, I didn't know if she's been in the chats. Right, Jay Gill. I went over there a while ago and didn't see, but I thought about Sweet Tea, guys. Yes, Be More Native was funny as hell, man. I mean, come on. I really liked her. I keep saying her, and I don't even know if she is a he or a she. I don't know. I thought about her, yeah. But like I said, I thought about guys, don't forget to hit the like button if you did on the way in. Okay, I'm grateful and I appreciate you guys. I thought about Sweet Tea too. Yeah, Royalty Queen, she came to my mind a couple times, like you said. And then I just said a prayer like, Lord, she really hasn't been out here. And then I just said, Lord, I hope she's okay. I mean that, guys. This is YouTube. And same thing with Miss V, chatting with Miss V. Thought about her. I be thinking about Miss V all the time. Like she'll pop in, not all the time, but she'll pop in my mind. Like I hope she's okay. She really stop coming on here. So some people just we just pray that they're okay. Period. Okay. All right, guys. I'm gonna go up, and I think Miss V. Okay. See, I didn't know that. I hope so. I hope so. Wait, would you say, try Jesus, don't try me because I throw hands? Girl, I will too, honey. I'm a one hitter quitter. I'm going to make sure that one hit resignates. I didn't get these. And I don't know. Let me stop. Miss April got some, Miss April. Sometimes I like to cut up. But I'll be so serious, though. I mean, like, they just don't know Miss April. Miss April was a hellion, man. I fought dudes. I did not fight females. I was a dude fighter. And I could fight, y'all. I'm not kidding. One time she said, you look like you could fight. I wouldn't mess with you. Yeah, I'm too old. But when you get this age, it's like fighting is just not an option. It is not an option. I'm not fighting nobody. I ain't getting up close to talk to anybody to do it. But then again, that's why you got to be prayed up when you go out the door. Because you meet somebody out in the grocery store, they tick you off, man. They hit that nerve. But nowadays, people ain't using these. They ain't using these. So I just be like, Lord, watch over. All right, guys, I'm going to get off of here. I enjoyed you guys today thoroughly. Thank you for the blessings, my darling. She moved on with her man. She said, okay, I know that's right. I be thinking about Miss YouTube on Fire, where she came on the other day and said something about somebody, and I ran to go see who she was talking about, Lisa. She made a post, I think about 3-4 days ago. I just want to say, why do people think God loves everybody? Because John 3:16 doesn't say God loves everybody. It's sad. It says, for God so loved the world. So the world, I guess, is considered everybody, Sozo. You don't think? It says so loved the world. And so means a lot. That was me, Miss April. Most of my fights were, yeah, Jay Gill, girl, baby. Baby. I always, felt like females should stick together. I don't know why. I did. I always felt like that, even in younger school. I mean, young. I felt like girls should stick together. I don't know why, man. But dudes, it just seemed like dudes. And then I didn't want no dude telling me something. Don't tell me what to do. Man, what's wrong with you? I said, wow, Miss April, you did. I did live the LGB community lifestyle for about 3 years, y'all. About 3 years, and was converted. I didn't even look at men the same. I didn't look at dudes the same. But that night, when I thought I was going to be unalived, and I had come to my wits' end in life, my life was just a mess. And I prayed to God. I said, God, I will never go down this road again if you get me out of this alive. And I've never been back. I repented from that. Matter of fact, sometimes I'll be forgetting that I don't look at women like that. I don't look at like women sexually at all. That's crazy. That's what true conversion is. It's like I think it was at the time I was like really, caught up in it. And when I was in it, it was good. I made the best of it. But when it was over, it was over. And that was one thing that I could say I turned from and never went back to. Never. Never. And forget that I was that way. Sometimes I remember, oh, that's right, girl. That's right, girl. Now I just genuinely love sisters and think sisters should stick together, like that. It ain't like, hey, babe. It ain't none of that. Shoot, honey, my days with, like when I seen that little cooking thing, I was like, oh, Miss April. I said, Miss April. When I seen that dude making them croissants, go look at my shirt, y'all. I was like this. I said, what's going on here? Mr. Consult. Yeah, girl, Miss April. I could throw hands, J girl. I just could. I told you I knocked my baby daddy right out. Knocked him slam down. Because I thought he was going, he hit my dad and, or pushed my dad down. They got to arguing outside the bar and I was in the bar. And I came out, I had my little I was looking good, had my little kangaroo apple hat on, looking all cute. It wasn't a kangaroo hat, it was like just cute. I had this little matching outfit on. I seen my dad on the ground looking all old and they was helping him up. And they said, my baby daddy did it. I ran over to him, even giving him a chance. And I hit him like he was sideways. So when I hit him on his bitch ass chin. And I hit him on his chin. I just cracked him, and that's what made him go down. Because you hit people on the chin, they gonna go down. And he hit the ground, but and then I was standing there like, and they was like, "Get out of here!" My uncles and them was snapping on me, talking about, "What's wrong with you? You don't hit a man." And I said, "He hit my dad. He shouldn't have put his hands on my dad." And that's a true story, y'all. And they told me to go home. They was like, "Get out of here," because all my uncles and stuff. It was just like a little disagreement. My dad said something smart to him, and I think he pushed my dad. He didn't hit my dad, and I don't know if he did or not. I think he pushed him. But all I saw when I came out the door was my daddy on the ground, and they said he did it. So no, you can't put your hands on my daddy, Bo. No, ma'am. And I didn't even think to be scared, J. Gill. I wasn't even scared. I cracked that jaw. I hit that dude in his bitch ass chin. Oh, Lord, forgive me. I'm cutting up on Sunday. God, I'm sorry. But it's the truth. And it's stunning. It's stunning. And that's when I was like, I felt so empowered. I was like, oh, girl. I looked at my fist. I was like, oh. I should have been a Clarissa Shield. That's why I love boxing. I absolutely love boxing. I can watch boxing all day, especially females. And I know it's like, there is a professional way to fight. You better smooth. That's why I did Clarissa Shields. She a heck of a fighter, y'all. And she got the heart. She got the heart. She got all of that. She got all of that. I just really like her. A lot of people don't like her, but I like her a lot. I was watching a fight y'all cracking up. I was watching a fight the other day, and I had even told Royalty Queen, this girl hit that lady on her bitch ass chin, and that's what they call it. That's what Martin Lawrence called it. I'm gonna hit you on your ass chin, and that lady's eyes was rolled up in her head. She was on the ground like. I said, "Oh my God!" I said, "Royalty Queen, I never saw this fight. What the heck?" So that was a shocker. Yeah, and there's certain places that you'll hit somebody and not and put them right on their butt, knock them right on their butt. I would wait one more thing, and I'm off. I'll be looking at Instagram a lot. They be showing some good stuff on Instagram, and this girl came to the fight with a bat, and they said this is what happened. Something, and the lady was standing there with her hands on her hips like this, and the girl was coming toward her with the bat on her arms like this. She said, "Oh, you gonna bring a bat?" And the girl said, um, um, "You bring. It don't matter what you bring to a fight." So she took the bat down. The lady standing there. She takes the bat off of her shoulders, swung it around to hit the lady. The lady grabbed her, bam, threw her on the ground. And when I say haymaker, and you can hear them connecting. She was hitting her so fast, y'all. She was hitting her so fast. Her husband walks up, and then she was like, "Turn around so I can hit you in your face." I was like, "Oh my God." And she's throwing these punches all fast, like haymakers. And the husband walks over and says, "She's had enough." She says, "Actually, I'm quite calm right now." She stopped fighting. And then she told the girl to say that she had enough. The girl wouldn't say it, so she started batting her again. I said, man, they be having a lot of those on Instagram, y'all. If you want to look it up, it's funny. They be, and then they got the narrator talking in the background. Oh my God, I'll be watching those. You know, that's Miss April. Ooh, y'all, look at this. What is happening? Y'all cracking up. Why is this spare tire right here? I'm just disgusted with this. She had an episode that triggered her. Yes, yes. Yeah, Lisa. You go on Instagram, and if you look it up, lady comes to a fight with a bat. The lady with the bat got tore down. Tore out. When she was hitting her, I could hear it like, I said, ooh, knots in the head. She gonna have some lumps, sugar lumps. I'm so glad I'm changed, y'all. Ooh, glory Jesus. No more. No more fighting for Miss April. Shit, Miss April need to fight to get this ring off of her stomach. I think this is them chicken tenders, Royalty Queen, them zesty lemon peppers. I be eating them every day. I'll get on a eat kick, a food kick that I really like, and I'll eat it till I'm tired of it. Like every other day, I go to Zaxby's and get some. That's all I get, and I like them. But this right here, and cookies, my mandolins. I got to. I'm just noticing it on the camera. I'm like, okay, now you got to do something. Okay, I'm off. Look forward to my next short. Will be me dancing to count the green, count the green. I can't do that, Chris Brown, y'all. I tried. I it would take me too long to. I can't get all the moves in there. I'll freak you right. I will. I can't do it. You know, I can't do that one. But to count the green, I can do that. He said 50s and 20s. Yeah, that one. I'm getting ready to do that one. I was gonna do it before I came live, but I said no, I'm gonna wait till after. So I love y'all. Have a best Sunday. You I can't stop. I'm tired of them yet. I'm not, and they be hooking me up. They be giving me 6 and 7 when they're only supposed to give me 5 because I go there all the time. And they put just enough stuff on there, so I got a good thing going on right now. I'm gonna ride it till the wheels fall off. I'm gonna ride it, Dana. Thank you, Jay Gill. Everybody be cracking up in my shorts. That last one though, that dude right there, y'all. Royalty Queen, have you seen it yet? You need to go to his TikTok page. Matter of fact, that dude right there, ooh, child, he makes croissants. He makes the most beautiful food. And he be doing it so sensuous. I mean, I've never seen nobody cook like that. I've never seen it. All right. That's me too, J. Gill. Love y'all. Bye-bye. Don't forget to hit the like button.